webbing can be used. It is important to learn how to tie them together and how to use them. If you don't know how to use a rope, you can't join two things together when you need to join them together. You can't really functionally use the rope. So the first knot I want to teach you is what I'm going to call a basic knot. And the basic knot, we're going to use a lot of the other different knots that I'm going to show you. So all it is nothing but that little knot. Okay? Take and you make a loop, and then you put the tail through the loop. You have yourself a little knot. Very functional. You can stop things. You can put the other end in through the hole. You'll find it very, very useful to know how to just tie that simple little knot. I'm going to show you how to make a loop in a rope. You double up your rope, hold the joint end, tie that same knot again. Put it in through there. There you got a loop. This one happens to be in the middle of the rope. Tie it anywhere on the rope. So to show you how that is. You double up the rope, you hold the joint end, you make a loop, hold it, and then you put this loop through the hole. There's that little knot again. Only this time, created a loop. Now, sometimes you're going to want to tie a rope around a tree, let's suppose. Well, we're going to use that little knot again. We're going to put the rope around the tree. We're going to take the rope. We're going to tie that little knot again. There. Pull the rope, and you can tighten the rope around the tree. Show you how to do that again. Take the rope, around the tree, and we tie that basic knot again. Around the rope. There you go. Pull it tight. Now, every once in a while you're going to want to join two pieces of rope together. There's many ways of doing that. Some quick ways, some safe ways. The first way I'm going to show you is called the reef knot or the square knot. Many ways of tying this knot. If you don't do it right, it'll unravel on yourself. If you do it right, you end up with a square knot. I'll show it to you. But if you do it wrong, you do it the other way, you're going to get what we call a granny knot. And the granny knot will come undone when you pull on it. So, first of all, put one over like that, so that it looks like this. Do it again. Cross it over, put it under. There you go. You have two loops. Looks like this. You pull that tight. That's what they call a square knot or a reef knot. And you now have it safely joined to some degree. Show you that again. Two ends of your loop, rope, them over. Pull this one up, and now you have kind of a double cross open in there. And now take that end, cross it over here, put it underneath. That's what it should look like when you're done. Remember them two little sliding loops give you the square knot. Now I'm going to do the granny knot to show you what you did wrong if it doesn't look like this. Okay? Start with our two rope ends, cross it over. Instead, this time I'm going to cross this one. Go like this. Now, it's not like before, it's not smooth, it's kind of crossed up. You'll see how it's just kind of wrong. And if you were to pull on it really, really hard, it'll come undone. I'll show you that again so you can see how it doesn't look the same as before. Cross over, get our two things. This time I take this end, and I go like this, go over, and I get this kind of a crossed up knot. Okay? It doesn't look like the other one. If you pull on it, it will pull undone. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how to tie a figure of 8. And the reason we use a figure of 8 knot usually is to be able to undo the rope. You just tie the general knot, pull really, really hard on it. It's very hard to undo that knot. Okay? But if you tie the figure of 8 knot, see how those two little loops kind of work together? If you tie those two knots, and it gets really, really tight. You know, these two little loops that you just use to push, pull, and you can undo that knot very, very easily. Okay? As well as it has stronger binding. So let's learn how to do the figure of 8. Take the little end, and make a loop, and you go around the rope. Around the rope, take that loop again, take the end of it, and you go through the hole. Okay? There you go, you have a figure of 8 knot. I'll do it one more time. Take the loose end, make a loop. Take the loose end, go around the rope. Now take the loose end, put it through the hole. There you go. You have a figure of 8. Now, just like the basic knot when we used it before, you can use this knot